Linen service and laundry hacks for your Airbnb. That's what we're going to talk about today. Now, we do have a house cleaner that wrote in and asked this question. Okay, so my wife and I own a small cleaning company, two of us, and we've been doing this for 5 years. We have one Airbnb client, but the rest of our jobs are house cleaning. Anyway, we've been fumbling on the laundry by staying longer than 5 hours just because we're waiting on the laundry. We need your help and tips on getting it done soon. All right, so the first thing that I want to recommend is congratulations on your Airbnb account. The next thing I want to recommend is that there are lots of Airbnb accounts in every city. So if you're having a problem with the laundry, chances are you're not the only one. And so there are a couple different options of how you can maneuver this. The first thing I do is recommend that you go to the host and ask for 3 sets of linens per bed. So if you have 5 beds that you're turning, you have 3 sets of linens per bed. And so that means that there's going to be a spare linen inside the closet, that in the event that a guest spills coffee or wine or something on the beds, they can strip the linens themselves and they've got a clean set to put on there so that they're not scrambling with no bedding while you come in at the last minute and you hurry and you wash a load of laundry. We don't ever want anyone to find themselves in that situation. We also recommend that there are 2 sets of towels, and this would be hand towels and washcloths for every guest. The rest of the linens should be in a locked linen closet on site. So when you get to the house the next morning and you're flipping the property, instead of staying there for 5 hours, let's just suppose, I'm just making this up, but let's say that it takes you 2.5 hours to flip the property. That's 2.5 extra hours that you're waiting on the laundry that you could be off reselling to another job or another Airbnb, right? So at just roughly $35 per hour per house cleaner, that's about $70 in lost revenues if you stay at the property just waiting on the laundry. So I recommend that you don't do that, but that you create a new alliance with the host where you take the laundry off-site. So what we call is our purple bag service. The purple bag service, it's literally a great big purple bag, and it has a tag on it that is specific to that Airbnb. So all of the linens, the bed sheets, the cloths, the washcloths, they all go inside that bin. Now, there are a couple of tips on site, and you'll have these supplies on site. This is cleaning vinegar, and then we have also OxyClean, and then we have OxyClean Max Force. This is really great for getting out stains, makeup stains, blood stains, things like that. So what we do is we take our cloths, we spray them, and then we put them inside a mesh bag. This mesh bag goes inside our bigger purple bag that then goes to processing, okay? When we get back to our offices, and I say our offices, wherever you do your inventory for the night, if you're a cleaning service, you have mesh bags already that you use for your microfiber cloths. And so when you go to soak those at the end of the day, you can get a great big 5-gallon bucket. You can fill it with hot water. The hot water activates the OxyClean. And you can soak with about 1/4 of a cup of OxyClean. You can soak your soiled towels inside the container until you're ready to wash those. And then when you go back to the Airbnb the following day to flip the property, you have a clean, fresh set of linens, towels, bedding, all that stuff that you're ready to do. All right, so the next option would be you do all of that except this. You put everything inside your purple bag and you drop it off at a mom and pop wash and fold. They will charge you about $1 per pound for your linens. And then the next day when you make the rounds, you will go by at the end of tomorrow after you've gone back to tomorrow's property. You've pulled the linens off tomorrow's bed and you pick up the clean linens that you dropped off today. You pick those up tomorrow and you drop off tomorrow's linens at that place. So every day you're rotating 1 day's worth of linens, picking up a clean set, dropping off the old set. And that way they do the linens for you and they wash them and they make sure that there are no stains and all that stuff. I will warn you that sometimes they don't give as much care as we love to give ourselves. And that's why I recommend that we spray them in advance so that it does lift the stains and they're easier to wash and it makes it easier on everyone. The third option for this, there are actually 4 options, but the third option is we hire a purple service tech that picks the linens up and drops the linens off to us. And I will give you a secret. The best person for this we found are realtors, because realtors are out and about all day, every day, and they are used to having keys for lock boxes and going in and out of homes. They can go right into your Airbnb, into the storage closet, and they can restock the linens for you between that term time while the house cleaner is there cleaning, and it's not taking up the house cleaner's time to do the laundry. Now, the realtor because they do all their MLS listings, they can take all of these to a laundromat. They can actually stuff all the washing machines with all the different Airbnbs. And this is where, as a business owner, you can outsource this service, okay? So you can go to all the Airbnbs in town, put a note on Facebook, put a note on Nextdoor or whatever it is. Hey, we're picking up linens. If you too have an issue like this where you're wasting time waiting on the linens, we have somebody that's going to swing by that's, a credentialed person that goes in and out of homes all day, every day. That is going to pick up the linens for you. They're going to wash them. They're going to bring them back at the same time the following day. And so this you pay by the hour, and then they go and they do their MLS listings while they're waiting for all the laundry at the laundromat before they rotate the linens and then bring them back. There's another option still, and this is an option where you have like a college kid or even an adult high school kid that is able to drive themselves. They can swing by the property, they can pick it up, they can take this, they can rotate your linens and your wash at the laundromat. They can do their homework while they're waiting for the linens to clean. Then when they come back, all they do, and this is a little bit different service than just restocking, but they come back and they actually make the beds and they iron the linens so that everything is nice and tidy. So you do everything else, the restocking, the cleaning, all that stuff, except for the beds. And the person that brings the linens back, they do the beds, they iron the sheets, and then you're good to go. Okay, so that's another option. The fourth option altogether is that you hire an outside linen service. And this is a professional linen service. It's not a mom and pop wash and fold. It's not a high school kid. It's not a realtor that's going to swing by and just restock those linens. This is a person that's going to come by. They'll pick up your purple bag. They'll bring it back to you, and they do the entire process. What's different about the linen service is oftentimes you're renting the linens. So if you have a washcloth that is soiled and it's ruined, they will take it and replace it for you at no extra charge. Or there may be a surcharge that's just built into your regular fee. And so they will always bring you spectacular looking linens. And they specialize in the hotel industry. So they do this for hotels, for restaurants. They're very familiar with the process. It is a little bit more money, but you just rent the linens for the beds, for the pillows, the sheets, the duvet covers, the washcloths, the towels, the beach towels, all that stuff. And so that you just rent, they bring you clean ones, fresh ones every single day. So there are options that are going to be far cheaper than the $70 an hour that you're wasting by just kind of like hanging out waiting for the laundry to turn. So my recommendation is that you just think outside the box and think a little bit differently on the processes of how you're doing your laundry right now, because there are other options.